We welcome you to the Intuit Dome here in Inglewood, California. We have our final playoff series to start tipping off here. We have Game 1 of the Western Conference Quarterfinals featuring the Los Angeles Clippers hosting the San Antonio Spurs. The Clippers owning the league's best record at 59-23. As we see that starting lineups for both teams, we got Fox, Castle, Vassell, Johnson, and Wembanyama for the Spurs. And then for the Clippers, Harden, Beal, Phillips getting the start. Leonard and Zubac. The Clippers are actually fully healthy for the first time in a while the Spurs are going to be without Dylan Harper, the rookie, out for the season, as well as Kelly Olynyk still out 1 to 2 weeks, as well as we have the tip. As the Clippers win the tip here, the Spurs finish the season at 48-34, as you see Bradley Beal with the layup there, averaging 17.6 points a game. But 48-34, they lost the tiebreaker and they ended up being the 9th spot, so they had to win 2 games. As see Harden with the steal. Harden's coming around, dishing it back over to Bradley Beal, and Beal will score the game's first 4 points for the Clip joint. But as I said, the Spurs had to beat the Phoenix Suns at home in that 9 versus 10 game, and then had to go on the road to beat the Warriors in the final last chance play-in game to get the 8th seed. As you see Vassell shooting a 3-pointer, that's in there. Devin Vassell. It's a 1-point lead right now, a minute into the first quarter here in the season playthrough. Game 1 of the Western Conference Quarterfinals. The final series to tip off. Starting tomorrow, we'll be back in the Eastern Conference. Or the next game will be back in the Eastern Conference, which will be Game 2 of Orlando versus Chicago, where Orlando won the first game of that series, stealing a game on the road. Behind 47 points of Desmond Bane, as Wembanyama will pass that one up to Vassell for 3, no good. Zubac grabbing the rebound. And we have the Clippers, you see Phillips dishing it back over to Harden. Harden coming around over to Leonard. Leonard for 3. That's in there. And the Clippers up by 4 again. The Clippers finish the season off at 59-23. Best record in the league. The number 1 seed. So they will have the home court throughout the entire playoffs, as Victor Wembanyama with a bucket, averaging 24.2 points a game. The Wemby's had some really good performances in watched games. See Kawhi thought about shooting the 3 for a second, but passes over to Harden here, and 8 on the shot clock. Harden back over to Zubac. And he's rejected by Wembanyama, and Fox will come around with control of it. And there's Stephon Castle here, and we are tied at 7. Castle only had 12.9 points a game this regular season and 4.7 assists. For the Spurs. The Spurs in this universe would break their 7-year playoff drought. And they are definitely in line in real life. As you see Bradley Beal for 3. He has 7 already. But the Spurs are definitely in prime position in real life to break this drought as well. As see Fox for 3. No good. Kawhi Leonard grabbing the rebound. See Harden. Over to Leonard. Leonard for 3. No good. Fox will have it. The LA Clippers, number 1 seed in this universe. They are not doing too well. I mean, they got off to a slow start. They had a good streak going, but I still think they're outside, right now. As you see 3 on the shot clock. Castle for 3. Off the back iron. Zubac grabbing a rebound. We're approaching 4 minutes into the game here. 10-7 Clippers on top. Over to Zubac, and Zubac misses that dunk. See the Spurs going the other way, and Kawhi Leonard will come with the steal. Phillips has it now. He's inside. Over to Bradley Beal. Over to James Harden now. 13 on the shot clock. Beal with it again. Beal, jump shot 3. No good. Wembanyama grabbing the rebound. And there's Devin Vassell with the slam dunk. And it's a 1-point game. Harden crossing the half-court line at the Intuit Dome logo. Back over to Kawhi Leonard. 12 on the shot clock. Leonard has 3 points in this game, while Bradley Beal has the other 7 right now. Leonard, that's in and out, as Johnson will have it for the Spurs. Spurs are going to take their first lead of the game, and they do exactly just that. Victor Wembanyama with the slam dunk. As we got some players coming to the scores table looking to check into the game, and we'll have our first time out of this game. 6:49 to play in the first. The Spurs up 11-10. We're going to take a timeout. Coming out of timeout here in Inglewood, 11-10 Clippers or Spurs on top here. So we have a little bit of substitutions being made out onto the court. Collins coming into the game. So we'll get the lineup set as fast as I can. We got Kawhi Leonard, Zubac, Harden, John Collins, Bradley Beal. That is the lineup set for the Clippers, as Bradley Beal missed that one. We got Wemby. We have Harry Barnes, De'Aaron Fox, I believe Johnson, and as De'Aaron Fox with the bucket, it's 13-10. De'Aaron Fox away from the Frostbank Center, averaging 24.5 points a game during the regular season. And there, Leonard. Still trying to get through, trying to get the shot up. Kawhi Leonard with the bucket, that's in there. That's 5 for him in this game. Kawhi averaging 22.2 points a game here as we're over the halfway point of the first quarter. 13-12. The San Antonio Spurs on top. Harrison Barnes for 3, no good. Kawhi Leonard grabbing the rebound. Leonard coming around over to Collins. Collins for 3, that is in and out. Barnes with the rebound. That De'Aaron Fox holding on to it, 15 on the shot clock. Fox coming around with the layup, that's in there. And it's a 3-point lead once again for the Spurs. And then we got Kawhi over to Harden. Harden back to Collins. 10 on the shot clock to Harden again. 7 on the shot clock. Harden getting a screen for 3. No good. Wembanyama grabbing a rebound. Under 5 minutes to play here in the first. Fox holding on to it. Fox gets it back for 3. Shoots a 3. No good. Zubac grabbing the rebound. Over to Harden. Harden for 3. No good. Johnson with the rebound. And that is hit by Zubac, and that's going to go out of bounds, and that will be Spurs ball still. More substitutions coming out onto the court for the Spurs. Let's see who's coming into the game. That would be Lindy Waters III checking into the game. And for the Clippers, Bogdanovich is going to check into the game. Bogdanovich usually a starter, but I guess Julian Phillips got the start in this case. Fox coming around. That is in there. It's a 5-point lead for the Spurs. We look at Fox in 3 games versus the Spurs this season. 19.3 points per game, 4.7 rebounds a game. I see Leonard for 3. That's in there. 3-pointer for Leonard. That's 8 for him. He and Bradley Beal have combined for all 15 points, I believe, in this game so far, as Collins will grab the rebound. Bogdanovich, a former Sacramento King. Over to Leonard. Leonard for 3. No good. Barnes with the rebound. Spurs out rebounding the Clippers 11-6 right now. Over to Wembanyama. Wembanyama, there's the bucket there. Wemby putting the Spurs on top by 4. De'Aaron Fox, 4 points. De'Aaron Fox with the assist, I should say. And there's Kawhi Leonard, 10 points. It's kind of funny, you see Kawhi Leonard 10 points, 4-7 on shooting, but Bradley Beal has those other 7. Barnes for 3, no good. Zubac grabbing a rebound. Bogdanovich. Dishing it back over to John Collins. Collins for 3 in the lead again. No good. Wembanyama grabbing a rebound. Keldon Johnson with it across to the half-court line. Over to Wembanyama. Wembanyama with the layup. That's in there. Spurs on top by 4 again. This game coming to you from the Intuit Dome here in Inglewood, California. I'm Vinny from vdubproductions. Productions. It's Bogdanovich with a 3. And the Clips within 1. With that said, I am Vinny from vdubproductions. Productions. You're watching the 2025-2026 season playthrough as Wembanyama for a 3. That's in there. Timeout. Clippers, I should say. 1:59 to play. The Spurs leading at 24-20. We're going to take a timeout. We're back here at the Intuit Dome. Coming out of timeout, 4-point lead for the Spurs. As I said, I am Vinny from vdubproductions Productions on the call for my 2025-2026 season playthrough and the 2026 NBA playoffs as Beal is back into the game. Checks back into the game, I should say, Beal. And I believe that is Lopez out on the court for the Clips. Beal's coming around, no good. Vassell with a rebound. But if you like what you see, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Hit the bell icon to receive notifications when these videos do come out, as Sohan and McLaughlin actually check into the game for the Spurs. Bogdanovich has the rebound. And if you want to support this channel financially, it's Bogdanovich for 3. And if you want to support this channel financially, don't forget there is a link to my Cash App in the description down below, as well as the information to follow me on social media for both X and Instagram here. As we're under a minute to play here. 4 on the shot clock. Wembanyama coming around. Jumper. No good. Collins with the rebound. Chris Dunn, as I said, also checked into the game. Bogdanovich. Over to Lopez. Back over to Bogdanovich here. 10 on the shot clock. And there's a slam dunk right there, and the Clippers are on top again by 1. Brook Lopez, his first points of the game. Under 30 seconds to play here in the first quarter. Sohan, and that's going to be an illegal screen called against Devin Vassell. Luke Cornett coming into the game now. So it's the first time we're going to see him, as well as McLaughlin going to go to the bench. Bradley Beal, 20 on the shot clock, so they do have to get a shot off since the shot clock is ahead of the game clock. In there. You got to hold on to it right there. Beal, got to get a shot up. Beal does. No good. Rebound by Jeremy Sohan. And that's going to do it. We are at the end of the first in this action-packed first quarter. The Clippers leading the Spurs 25-24. I am Vinny from vdubproductions. Productions. You're watching Game 1 of the Western Conference Quarterfinals here on vdubproductions. Productions. We'll be back to start the second quarter shortly. All set to start the second quarter here in Inglewood. Cornett will inbound it to Barnes. Start the second quarter here. 25-24, Clippers on top. Barnes holding on to it right now. 15 on the shot clock. Vassell for 3. That's in there, and the Spurs are on top again. A little bit of a back and forth game towards the end of that first quarter. Dunn, Beal, Lopez, Bogdanovich, and Collins, the lineup set. We have Cornett, Waters, Sohan, Barnes, and Vassell. That is the lineup set for the Spurs to start the second quarter. Vassell. And he's going to lose that one as Bradley Beal with the steal. He's going to cross the half-court line. Dishes it over to Bogdanovich. Bogdanovich just shot up. That's in there, and we are tied at 27. 1 minute into the second quarter. See Vassell with it. Coming around over to Sohan. Sohan, that's no good. Collins with the rebound. Chris Dunn has it. They shoot it over to, I believe that was Bogdanovich, and that's no good. Sohan grabbing the rebound. Bogdanovich 8 points on 3 of 4 shooting. He has 2 3-pointers in this game as Bradley Beal comes out with it. Over to Lopez. Lopez for 3. No good. Vassell grabbing the rebound. Spurs 17 rebounds already. And that's Harrison Barnes. Vassell getting the assist there as Stephon Castle looking to check back into the game for the Spurs. And I think that might be Collins looking to check back in for the Clippers. Lopez for 3. No good. Vassell back over to Sohan. Sohan. Oh, rejected by Collins. No, that Collins is already out there on the court. I don't know who's out there waiting to check in for the Clippers. Sohan over to Cornette. Cornette with the layup. That's in there. It's a 4-point lead for the Spurs. Sohan with the assist. Dunn dishing it over to Bradley Beal. Beal's coming around. Passes up that layup opportunity. I would have taken it. Bogdanovich takes a shot. That's in there. Spurs shooting 14 of 25. Clippers 12 of 30 right now. We're 3 minutes into the game. Timeout. Clippers. Or is it Spurs, I should say. 31-29 Spurs on top. We're going to take a timeout. Coming out of the timeout here at 31-29, Spurs on top. Castle coming back into the game for the Clippers for the Spurs and for the Clippers. It is Phillips actually that's coming back into the game, as well as Bogdanovich checking back into the game, or moving positions, I should say. Forgot that Julian Phillips got the start in this game over Bogdanovich. 10 on the shot clock. Vassell. That's no good. Cornette will get the rebound. Sohan, 4-3, no good. Bogdanovich grabbing the rebound. Over to Beal. Beal with the slam dunk, and we are tied at 31. So we got Harrison Barnes with it. 16 on the shot clock. Cornette has it. Back over to Castle. 10 on the shot clock. Castle for 3. That's Cornette coming around, back over to Vassell. Vassell, that's a jump shot up, no good. Bradley Beal grabbing a rebound. Beal with it. They shoot it over to Phillips. Phillips with a layup, and the Clippers are on top by 2. We got Devin Vassell. $13 on the shot clock. Over to Vassell, still with it. 8 on the shot clock. Vassell. Over to Cornette. And Cornette. That's in there. We are tied at 33. Spurs 15 of 30 shooting. 14 of 32 for the clip joint. Bogdanovich for 3. That's in there. And the Clippers are on top by 3 again. So we're about 5 minutes into the second quarter. This game coming to you from the Intuit Dome. Game 1 of the Western Conference Quarterfinals. The Spurs and the Clippers. That's Vassell or Castle with the bucket there. I am Vinny from vdubproductions. If you like what you see, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. And also don't forget to donate to, or don't forget to hit the bell icon to receive notifications when these videos do drop, as Cornette will come with the inbound, or with the rebound, I should say. Yeah, and then if you want to support this channel financially, also don't forget there is a link to the description down below to my Cash App. It is not required to donate to my Cash App in order to enjoy my content, but it is very much appreciated. Bogdanovich. There's a jump shot there. Timeout, Spurs. 6:02 to play in the second. The Clippers leading at 38-35. We're going to take a timeout. We are back here in Inglewood. We look at the lineup set here. We'll look at the lineup set for both teams as we got substitutions being made again. Beal stays into the game. Harden checking back into the game. So we got Fox, Wembanyama, Castle, Vassell, and Sohan. That's the lineup set for the Spurs. Let's see. Harden, Beal, Leonard, I know for sure. I believe Phillips is still out on the court. I see the bucket made there. It's a 1-point game again. So we got 4 of the 5. Phillips over to Lopez. And I believe that is Bogdanovich that's out on the court. So that is the lineup set for the Clippers here. Look at the Spurs out-rebound the Clippers. 23-13 right now. De'Aaron Fox with the layup. It's a 1-point lead again for the Spurs. Harden over the Bradley Beal here as we got 5 minutes into this, 5 minutes until halftime. Beal coming around, and Harden will lose that one. Fox will come up with the steal. Fox coming around, jumper, no good. Bogdanovich grabbing the rebound, and that's stolen by Castle. He takes his time. Castle still taking his time. He's going to get the shot up, and that is no good. Bogdanovich grabbing the rebound here. Looks like both teams are either missing shots or turning the ball over. Leonard for 3. No good. Fox grabbing a rebound. Almost lost it for a second. But you see Victor Wembanyama, and he, I believe, who got a piece of that? I didn't get a chance to see who got a piece of that one. Might have either been Collins or Leonard. Either way, no points for the Spurs, and James Harden for 3. And the Clippers on top by 2 again. Harden averaging 23.7 points per game here at the Intuit Dome. Really loves playing at this stadium. Wemby for 3. No good. Harden grabbing the rebound. Over to Leonard. Leonard coming around. Layup. No attempt. No good. Vassell grabbing the rebound. We got Castle with it. Dishing back over to Fox here. 12 on the shot clock. Over to Wembanyama. Back over to Fox. Fox for 3. That's in there. And the Spurs are on top by 1 again. 3 minutes until halftime. Timeout, Clippers. 2:59 to play. The Spurs on top by 1. We're going to take a timeout. 2:59 to play until halftime. Coming out of the timeout here. Keldon Johnson's coming back into the game for the Spurs and for the Clippers. Let's see. Phillips and Zubats is coming back into the game as Phillips. And who else? I think Beal switched positions. Phillips dishing it back over to Leonard. Leonard jump shot from the key. No good. Wembanyama grabbing a rebound. Vassell has it over to De'Aaron Fox. Back over to Johnson. Johnson, shot is up, no good. Leonard will grab the rebound. Julian Phillips with it again. Over to Harden. Harden for 3. No good. Wembanyama grabbing a rebound. Castle. Shoot it over to Fox. Fox for 3. No good. Harden will grab the rebound off the miss. Bradley Beal is holding on to it right now. 15 on the shot clock. 42-41 Spurs on top right now. So we're approaching the final 2 minutes of the first half, and that was going to be a counted opportunity, but Wembanyama will go to the line shooting 2. Oh no, not Wembanyama was called for the foul. That's Kawhi Leonard going to go to the line shooting 2. Look at Spurs, 31 points off of assists, 12 fast break points. Leonard will miss the first one. As I said, next game we're back in the Eastern Conference, and that will be Game 2 of the Eastern Conference Quarterfinals, and that will feature the Chicago Bulls hosting the Orlando Magic. The Bulls, the Magic came in and won in 98-87. taking game one of that series behind 47 points from Desmond Bain, shooting 13 threes, which is a playoff record. Fox for three, no good. Wembanyama will tip it in off the offensive rebound, and then the Spurs are on top by 2 again. Zubats over to Bradley Beal, minute and a half to play. Beal for three, that's in there. Bradley Beal putting the Clippers on top by 1. Johnson for three, no good. Phillips grabbing a rebound. James Harden back over to Phillips. Over to Leonard. Leonard, jumper, in there. It's a 3-point lead. Kawhi Leonard with 13 points, under a minute to play here in the second quarter. 47-44, Clippers on top. So we're 15 on the shot clock now. Castle, 4-3 in the tie. He does exactly that. 42.1 until halftime. Harden taking the inbound from Kawhi. We're back over to Kawhi Leonard here. 14 on the shot clock. 30 to play until halftime. Leonard back over to Harden. Harden for three. No good. Johnson, shot clock turned off with Johnson grabbing the rebound. Harden only 3 points on 1 of 7 shooting. He does have a steal. They can hold on to it. The Spurs could hold on to it for the lead. In there, Fox will pass it up over to Castle. Castle steps inside, no good, and that will do it for the first half. We have a really good one going on here. The San Antonio Spurs and the Clippers tied at 47. This is game one of the Western Conference Quarterfinals, the NBA playoffs here on VDub Productions. I am Vinny from VDub Productions, and we're going to send it to halftime. We will see you in the third quarter. Getting ready to start the third quarter here in Inglewood. We are tied at 47 apiece in this 1 versus 8 game. And let me tell you, if this is anything like how the Pistons and the Knicks were for a while in that game, where it looks like we're going to have a close one to the end. I mean, the score was 52-50 Knicks at halftime, as De'Aaron Fox will take the inbound. As Wembanyama, as we had the starting lineups, Fox, Castle, Wemby, Vassell, and Johnson, and that's going to go out of bounds here. Wembanyama got to be a little more awareness there. Careless turnover, and the lineup set: James Harden, Bradley Beal, Julian Phillips, Kawhi Leonard, and Ivica Zubats. That's the lineup set to start the third quarter. We got Bradley Beal. Big jump shot there, no good. Vassell grabbing the rebound. We got 15 on the shot clock. She's back over to Castle. Castle back to Fox. Fox for three. That's in there, and the Spurs are on top by 3. De'Aaron with 11 points in that first half, shooting 50%. Now he's probably, that percentage is a little bit higher, and he has 14 in this game. Leonard for three, or deep two. Wembanyama grabbing a rebound. Back over to Johnson. Back to Fox. Over to Wemby. Wemby with the slam dunk. Look at the assists per game. San Antonio Spurs, 26.1 assists per game. That was 13th in the league during the regular season. They already have 17. Back over to Kawhi Leonard. 9 on the shot clock. Leonard with a layup. That's in there. 15 points for Kawhi Leonard. 52-49. Fox for three. Zubats will grab it there, and a chance for the Clippers to get to within one or tie. Leonard. That's no good. Castle with the rebound. Vassell has it to Wembanyama. Back over to Fox. Fox, layup, no good. Harden grabbing the rebound here. 20 on the shot clock. Beal, the shit over to Leonard. Leonard with the shot up. That's in there. The Clippers are within one. So we're approaching 2.5 minutes into the third quarter. 52-51, Spurs on top here. Spurs, the 8th seed in the Western Conference after winning 2 play-in games, beating Phoenix and then Golden State on the road. Johnson will dish it over to Wemby. Wemby for three, no good. They get that shot off in time. We got Bradley Beal. Beal holding on to that right now, 10 on the shot clock. He looks like he wants to get the shot up, but Castle will get this block there. And now there's a transition three for Vassell. No good. Leonard will have it. And that's stolen by Wembanyama. Devin Vassell has it crossing the half-court line. Over to Fox. Fox over to Wemby. Wemby with the slam dunk. Looking at the field goal percentages in total, 45% for the Spurs, 42% shooting for the clip joint. Clippers over to Leonard. Leonard for three. That's in there. We are tied at 54. 20 points for Kawhi Leonard. 7 of those coming here in the third already. Or actually, he has scored all 7 for what it looks like. De'Aaron coming around. Jumper. That is in there. Look at the game summary. 9 lead changes, 7 ties. Tells you just how good of a game it is here. Usually the first games of the playoff series, as you see, Harden, and he gives the Clippers the lead again. Are usually one of the more highly contested games because both teams are trying to get a feel for each other. I mean, you did have a blowout in that Hawks Heat game 1. Fox back over to Vassell. Vassell for three, no good. Zubats grabbing a rebound. Over to James Harden, back to Beal. Beal coming around. Castle, no good. Over to Wemby. Wemby for three. That's in there! And the Spurs regain the lead, 59-57. Timeout, Clippers. 6:47 to play in the third quarter. The Spurs leading at 59-57. We're going to take a timeout. Coming out of the timeout here. Back here at the Intuit Dome in Inglewood. I am Vinny from vdubproductions. This is game 1 of the Spurs and the Clippers. The 8 versus 1 in the Western Conference. If you like what you see, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button and hit the bell icon to receive notifications when these videos do drop. And also, if you are inclined to support me financially, it's not required, but if you're inclined, the link to my Cash App is in the description down below. And then you can also follow me on my social medias at Instagram and the X. As you see, Keldon Johnson with the steal, coming around coast to coast, and a slam dunk. It's a 4-point Spurs lead again. Those will also, the information for my social medias will be in the description down below underneath the link to the Cash App. There's a 3-pointer right there, no good. Johnson grabbing the rebound. Got De'Aaron Fox. Dishing it back over to Keldon Johnson. Johnson back to Fox. Fox coming around the layup. That's in there. It's a 6-point lead for the Spurs. Halfway through the third quarter. James Harden coming around. Back over to Phillips. Phillips back to Leonard. Leonard for three. That's in there. And it's a 3-point game. 5:40 to play in the third. Johnson. Over to Fox. Fox for three. No good. Beal grabbing the rebound. And there's a shot up. That's in there. And Kawhi Leonard bringing the Clippers to within one. Neither team has been able to run away with this game right now. I know the Clippers, I think, had like a 4 or 5 point lead. The Spurs had a 6-point lead just a minute ago, and that's no good. Kawhi Leonard coming around over to Harden. Harden with the layup, and the Clippers are on top by one again. We got De'Aaron Fox. Shoot it back over to Vassell. Over to Devin Vassell to Fox. Fox for three. No good. Zubac's grabbing the rebound. There's Phillips. Leonard with the slam dunk. He has 27 points, 12 of those in the paint. Back over to Keldon Johnson. Johnson over to Wemby. Wemby with the bucket. Spurs within one. Zubac dishing over to Phillips. Phillips dishing over to Leonard. Leonard coming around with a layup, and that is in there. Kawhi Leonard with 29 points. 16 of those here in the third quarter. It's a 3-point lead here. We have another timeout called by the Spurs. Clippers leading at 68-65 with 3:46 to play in the third. We're going to take a timeout as well. Coming out of timeout here, we got we'll get the lineup set here coming up shortly for both teams as substitutions are going to be made here. And for the Spurs, we got Barnes, Johnson, Fox, Wembanyama, and Vassell. That is the lineup set for the Spurs. Trailing by 3 here is Keldon Johnson over to Barnes. Over to Fox. As we see there, that's no good. Or that's in there, that is good. So we got John Collins coming back into the game, as well as Harden staying in the game. Zubac, Beal, and let's see. I got 4 of the 5. And Leonard. So that's the lineup set. As you see, Leonard with the bucket there, and it's 70-67. That's 31 for Kawhi in this game. Down to the game's final 3 minutes. Vassell. There's a 3 for Vassell. No good. Zubac's grabbing a rebound. Kawhi Leonard dishing it over to Beal. Beal. That's in there. It's a 5-point lead now for the Clip joint. I believe that might be their largest lead of the game. Maybe they may have had a 6-point lead. Definitely, I know Spurs' largest lead was 6, so neither team has led by double digits just yet. Wemby with the slam dunk. 3-point lead for the Clippers here. Harden dishing it back over to Bradley Beal. Back to Harden. 15 on the shot clock. Over to Leonard. Leonard for 3. No good. Back iron. Wembanyama grabbing a rebound. Barnes dishing it back over to Vassell. Over to Johnson. Johnson for 3. No good. James Harden grabbing the rebound. .15 on the shot clock. Over to Beal. Beal for 3. And that is a personal foul called against John Collins here. Let's look at Lindy Waters and Sohan coming back into the game, checking into the game. And for the Clip joint, let's see. It is Brook Lopez checking in for the Clip joint. Vassell coming around. Dish it over to Wembanyama. Wemby coming around. There's a slam dunk. And the Spurs within 1. As I said, this is a game where neither team is going to go away or pulling away for that long, because the other team makes serious comeback, makes serious threats, and makes a run themselves to get back into this game. As Bradley Beal, 5 on the shot clock. Beal, shots up, no good. Barnes grabbing the rebound. 1 minute to play in the third. Very fast third quarter in my book. 72-71. Vassell coming around. Over to Sohan. 5 on the shot clock. Sohan, deep shot. No good. Lopez grabbing the rebound. James Harden. Over to Kawhi Leonard. James Harden. There's a 3 for Harden. That's in there. It's a 4-point lead. James Harden definitely having himself a game, but Kawhi Leonard himself having a really good game. 4-point lead as the shot clock gets turned off. Final 10 seconds. Waters coming around. Dish it over to Wemby. Wemby gets the shot up. No good. Lopez with the rebound. There's a deep 3. No good. And that will do it. We are at the end of the third quarter. The Clippers leading at 75-71. I am Vinny from vdubproductions, Productions, and you are watching the 2026 NBA playoffs here on my channel. We'll be back to start the fourth very shortly. Getting ready to start the fourth quarter here at the Intuit Dome. We always start off with the State Farm assist of the game, and that goes to... Ooh, who was that? It wasn't Kawhi, because he passed it first before that shot. But that was the State Farm assist of the game here as Collins done. We got Collins done, and I believe that's Bogdanovich, Phillips, and Leonard. That's the lineup set for the Clippers to start the fourth quarter. Leonard for 3. He hits it. It's a 7-point lead now. We got Fox, Castle, Cornette, Barnes, and Sohan. That is the lineup set to start the fourth quarter for the Spurs here. Harrison Barnes will miss the 3. Kawhi Leonard. No points for the Spurs in the last 2-13 and counting, and that is going back to the end of the third quarter. And John Collins with the layup. It's a 9-point lead. De'Aaron Fox with it. And let's see where Fox has it right now. Fox, shots up. No good, but he gets his own offensive rebound. Castle with it. He's coming around. Castle. That is no good. Bogdanovich grabbing a rebound. Chris Dunn. Dishing it back over to Bogdanovich. Bogdanovich for 3. No good. Barnes grabbing the rebound. Barnes dishing it back over to Sohan. Back to Fox. Here in the defense chance. Barnes for 3. No good. Collins grabbing a rebound. Is it over to Chris Dunn. And there is a illegal screen called against John Collins. That's his second personal. No team fouls, though, since it was on the offensive end. For the Spurs, they do need to get this drought coming to an end here. Time is running down here. They're trailing by 9. Still in this game, but they could shoot themselves as Luke Cornette will get the slam dunk there. Fox on the assist. 33-74 for the Spurs. 33-67 for the Clippers. That is the total free throws right now, not just the percentages. Collins over to Phillips. Back to Kawhi Leonard. 9 on the shot clock. Leonard. That's no good. Sohan will get the rebound. And that is it, but still kept in control for Stephon Castle. He'll get the bucket. He has 11 in this game, and the Spurs are within 5. Still a very tightly contested game. Oh, Barnes thought he had the tip for a second, but Phillips was able to get to it. He'll get the points there. It's a 7-point lead again. Castle holding on to it right now. Stolen by Bogdanovich. Bogdanovich over to Collins. Collins with the slam dunk. Oh, man, that could be a potential YouTube short there. I've been wanting to try to make some YouTube shorts for this postseason to get my view count up. And sub count probably, as De'Aaron Fox thought about the three for a second. Cornette over to Barnes. 5 on the shot clock. Barnes for 3. No good. Chris Dunn grabbing a rebound. He's back over to Kawhi Leonard. 10 on the shot clock. Bogdanovich for 3. No good. Barnes with the rebound. Over to Fox. Fox coming around the layup. That's in there. De'Aaron Fox with 22 points in this game. Chris Dunn back over to Phillips to Leonard. Back over to Bogdanovich for 3. That's in there. It's a 10-point lead. The first time either team has led by double figures. 7.5 to play here in the fourth. Timeout, San Antonio. 87-77. Clippers on top. 7:28 to play in the fourth. We're going to take a timeout. Coming out of the timeout here. It's a 10-point lead for the Clippers here. We'll get the lineup set coming out of the timeout. So let's see here. That is Harrison Barnes, Castle, Johnson, Wembanyama. So yeah, Wembanyama, Castle, Vassell, Barnes, Wembanyama, and Johnson. That is the lineup set for the San Antonio Spurs right now, trailing by 10. Johnson for 3. No good. So we got Zubac, Harden, Beal, Kawhi Leonard, and I believe that might be Phillips out on the court. Harden for 3. That's in there. James Harden putting the Clippers on top by 13. That is a fact, Phillips, so that does complete the lineup set for both teams. Vassell, jumper. That is in. 90-79, Clippers on top. He's back over to Kawhi Leonard. Here the Let's Go Clippers chant here at Intuit Dome. Clippers coming around with the layup, no good. Harrison Barnes with it. 15 on the shot clock for Stephon Castle. Castle back over to Wemby. Wemby with the layup, that's in there. Castle will get the assist there. Deficit back to 9. So we got 5:50 to play in the fourth. This game coming to you from the Intuit Dome in Los Angeles, California. Game 1 of the, or I say Inglewood, California. As you see, there's a layup there. It's back to an 11-point lead. And there, Wembanyama with the slam dunk, and the deficit back to 9. I mean, it's a 9-point game, but, you know, anything could happen. Harden for 3, no good. Johnson with the rebound. But as I said, this game is coming to you from the Intuit Dome in Inglewood, California. I'm Vinny from vdubproductions out on the call. And this is game 1 of the Western Conference Quarterfinals. Clippers, the 1 seed, the best record in the entire league, taking on the 8-seeded Spurs, as Wembanyama putting the Spurs within 7. The Spurs, as I said, had to win 2 playing games, one at home against the Phoenix Suns, and then on the road in the last chance playing game in the Western Conference against the Warriors. But if you like what you see, as you see Zubac getting the slam dunk there to put the lead up to 9 again. But if you like what you see, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button and hit the bell icon to receive notifications when these videos do come out. And if you are inclined to, as you see, Vassell for 3, no good. But as I said, if you are inclined to and have the means to support me financially, there is a link to my Cash App in the description down below, as well as information for my social media accounts from X and Instagram, and there is a layup there. As you see, John Collins waiting to come back out on the court. De'Aaron Fox also waiting to check back into the game for the Spurs. 11-point lead for the Clippers. They led by as many as 13. Harrison Barnes for three. No good. Zubats grabbing the rebound. And there's Kawhi Leonard with it. Getting a shot up. That's no good. Vassell grabbing the rebound. Johnson. Back over to Barnes. Over to Castle. 10 on the shot clock. Back over to Wembanyama. Wembanyama with the layup. It's a 9-point lead. Kawhi Leonard. 3 minutes to play here in the fourth. Leonard. That is no good. Wembanyama with the rebound. Stephen Castle. Over to Wembanyama. Wembanyama rejected by Zubats. Harden. Baseball pass over to Phillips. Phillips with the layup. That's in there. And the lead is up to 11 again for the clip joint. Oh, you see James Harden very happy here. Timeout. Spurs, 2:29 to play. We're going to take a timeout with the Clippers up by 11. Coming out of timeout here, 2:29 left to play. We'll get the lineup set in shortly here. Both teams making substitutions. So let's see here, coming out of the timeout. Looks like Keldon Johnson will inbound it. De'Aaron Fox out on the court, as well as Wembanyama, Stephon Castle, and I believe that's Devin Vassell. That's the lineup set for the Spurs. And that shot is up by De'Aaron Fox. Zubats, Beal, Harden. And I believe I saw Kawhi out there as well, and John Collins. So that's the lineup set. There's a three-pointer right there. 12-point lead for the Clippers. They reached the century mark. Final 2 minutes here in the fourth. Johnson dishes it over to Castle. Johnson with it again. Fox for three. No good. Kawhi Leonard grabbing a rebound here. Leonard back over to Harden. Harden with the layup. That's in there. We look at it. 41 of 88 for the Spurs. 43 of 83 for the clip joint. Fox coming around. This is back over to Vassell. Vassell, 4-3. No good. Harden grabbing a rebound. This is it back over to Zubats, over to Leonard. Leonard for three. No good. De'Aaron Fox grabbing a rebound here as we are approaching the final minute of play. As Fox coming around with a layup. That's in there. De'Aaron Fox bringing the Spurs within 12. Unless something really insanely happens, looks like we could see a 1-0 series lead for the Clippers. Zubats coming around, and he's going to step out of bounds. He's got to have better awareness than that. That is a careless turnover at this late in the game. 44 and a half to play here. We got some substitutions coming out. Looks like the bench is going to be emptied. I think the Spurs are waving the light white flag. As we got Cornette, McLaughlin, Sohan definitely out on the court. Harry Barnes and Lindy Waters a third, and we're going to have John Collins called for the foul. That's his third. I believe Sohan's going to go to the line shooting two.
Shoot two.
33.7. Sohan one-handed, and he'll miss that one. I believe that's Brook Lopez coming back. No, that's not. Chris Dunn and Bogdanovich is coming back into the game. And Sohan will hit the second one with the one-handed shot. Bogdanovich with it, crossing the half-court line here. 103-92, Clippers on top. They pulled away here in the fourth. Sohan. Shot clock is turned off, so this is probably the last possession of the game. Sohan coming through. He'll get the shot up, no good, and that will do it. The Spurs don't even have to cover half court, or they probably did because it was still over 8 seconds, but they don't have to get a shot off, and that will do it. Clippers defend home court in this first game. They win it 103-92. They take a 1-0 series lead in this Western Conference Quarterfinals Series. The top seed in top overall record actually wins their first game. It was a game Spurs team, and then the Clippers in that fourth quarter, late third quarter, or in this fourth and in throughout the fourth quarter, pulled away in this game. We are not done yet, so we're going to stay tuned. We still have stats and my sign off, so please stay tuned. Time to look at the post-game player statistics here. We have Kawhi Leonard, player of the game, 38.7 rebounds, 10 assists, and 1 steal, so he had a double-double. James Harden, 19 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, and a steal, followed by Bogdanovich off the bench, 18, 6, 2, and 1. Bradley Beal, 14 points, 3 rebounds, 8 assists. Then we have Julian Phillips, 6 points, 2 rebounds, 5 assists. John Collins, 4 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, and a block. Ivica Zubac, 2 points, 12 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 block. Brook Lopez had 2 points, 3 rebounds, and a steal. Chris Dunn, 1 rebound, 1 assist, and 1 steal. Derek Jones Jr. did not play. So did Jevon Carter. Kobe Brown and Yannick Niederhauser and Cam Christie did not play for the Los Angeles Clippers. And now for the San Antonio Spurs, a game San Antonio Spurs team. Wembanyama, 34 points, 12 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal, 2 blocks. He had a double-double in that game. De'Aaron Fox, 26 points, 5 rebounds, 8 assists, 1 steal. Stephon Castle, 11 points, 4 rebounds, 8 assists, a steal, and a block. Devin Vassell, 10 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists. Followed by Luke Cornett, 6 points, 4 rebounds. Keldon Johnson, 2 points, 5 rebounds, 6 assists, and a steal. Harrison Barnes, 2 points, 7 rebounds, 2 steals. And then 2 assists, I should say. Jeremy Sohan, 1 point. He only hit that free throw. 4 rebounds, 2 assists. Lindy Waters, no stats in 9 minutes of play. Same with Jordan McLaughlin, except for 1 missed free throw or 3-pointer. Carter Bryant, Julian Champagnie did not play for the San Antonio Spurs, and that will do it for your player post-game statistics. And coming up in our next video, we'll be back in the Eastern Conference. We will have our first Game 2, and that will be Game 2 between the Orlando Magic and the Chicago Bulls. The Magic came out with a 98-87 win over the Chicago Bulls in Chi-Town, behind 47 points from Desmond Bane, including 13 of those from the three-point line. That is a playoff record, or that would be a playoff record if this was real life. So coming up, Magic Bulls Game 2 in the next video. If you like what you saw, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, and don't forget to hit the bell icon to receive notifications when these videos do come out. And also, if you are inclined and you are able to, and you want to support this channel financially, there is a link to my Cash App in the description down below, as well as the information to follow me on both X and on Instagram for my social media. And with that, I want to remind everybody the final score of this game. The Los Angeles Clippers defend home court. The best team in the regular season in my season's playthrough lead their best of 7 series, 1-0. winning 103-92 over the San Antonio Spurs. I am Vinny from vdubproductions, and I am signing off.